today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, this is the National Football League.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Washington football team. Fielded in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The former Ohio State Buckeye, Dwayne Haskins, ready to run the controls for the Washington offense.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he's going to get... A good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
The 36-yard line.
They'll run with McKissick. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Haskins pass.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Strowman on the return. Washington takes...
And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. They'll run with Peterson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Adrian Peterson still with a nose for that end zone, scoring from a yard out. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Andre Roberts now to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And, partner, when you hear about a 6'5", 235, 240-pound quarterback, you don't often think of him being overlooked coming out of high school, do you? That's exactly what happened to Josh Allen. Overlooked, ended up going to a junior college, Reedley Community College out in California, before matriculating to the University of Wyoming, and the Cowboys were so glad to get him.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
On the tackle. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Throwing is Allen on third. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10. At their own 20.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. Here's Haskins. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And it'll be a second and long. Haskins will throw. And he's got it complete to Anderson.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
It's on the keeper. Ed Oliver made the tackle.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Brings up second and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
First and 10.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Jordan, certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's good.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the ground, Peterson. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll run on first down with Singletary.
Devin Singletary.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
They'll take over.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
39-yard line.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Trey Quinn that time. And it's 3rd down.
Micah Hyde on the coverage.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it.
Micah Hyde.
Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Makes this Washington 10.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Buffalo.
On first down, Singletary. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Brought him down. A gain of 19 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a run with Singletary. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
John Brown.
First target, first catch at a first down.
At the 3-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A 4th down now after a loss of 2.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the 2nd quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Number 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Here now, Roberts. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots. Now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Brought down by Cole.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Allen finds Croft as tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line, 25-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Allen off the bootleg. Out to his left. Smith catches left side. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Singletary.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 2nd down, Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills draw a bit closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run.
Stephen Hauschka to kick off for Buffalo.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Adrian Peterson heading back out with his Washington teammates. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to
blitz coming, and down he goes. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
He's brought down back at the 16.
Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jerry Hughes able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. To return is Roberts. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here for the 1st and 10. The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out in the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Now a dump off here complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
By Kendall Fuller.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play from our studios in nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Ryan Kerrigan. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Oh, he fakes a spike. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Stephon Diggs, 29 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And his kick is good. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
Stephen Hauschka, the kickoff for Buffalo.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Steven Sims now on the return. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. That's complete to his tight end Sprinkle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins, and he's going to go down again. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Let's go.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Here's Tressway now. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw Devin Singletary with the strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Here's the all-pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 30.
On play action, Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return here will go to the 31.